Yeah.
All right. Grace Chapel presents Matthew, okay?
Welcome to the world of Matthew.
What's in chapter 1?
Chapter 1, the family tree. Jesus is born to save you and me. The angel came down and said to Joseph, be not afraid, for he's coming to save his people, his people. He's coming to save his people.
What happens in chapter 2?
Chapter 2, chapter 2, Rachel is crying, what shall we do? The wise men came and went away. Herod is killing our babies today. Chapter 2, chapter 2, God help Joseph what to do. Listen carefully and obey. Take your family to Egypt today. Chapter 2, chapter 2, God will tell us what to do.
And then Jesus grows up. In chapter 3, John the Baptist has started his ministry, right? And he says, let's see. There
Came a man named John, a voice in the desert, preparing the way of the Lord. There came a man named John, a voice in the desert, preparing the way of the Lord. Repent, repent, confess your sins, come and be baptized, God's moving again. Repent, repent, confess your sins, come and be baptized, God's moving again.
And John said, people talking about Jesus,
I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance, but he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoe I am not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire.
and Jesus was baptized, and God's voice said, this is my son with whom I am well pleased, and the Spirit of the Lord came down like a dove on him. He went out to the wilderness for how many days? 40 days. In what chapter?
4.
Chapter
4. Jesus stays alone in the desert 40 days. Satan tries to make him sin, but Jesus shares the word with him. Chapter 4. There's more.
Okay, stop for a second. After he resisted the devil by sharing God's word with him, the devil ran away. And the angels came down and they ministered to him, right? And what does that tell you? What will God do? What do the angels do when you resist the devil? They rejoice. They're around you all the time. Okay, here's the angels. And we go on to chapter 4. Jesus came to Capernaum in
In the land of Zebulun, there he starts his ministry by the Sea of Galilee. Chapter 4, still more.
He calls
Andrew, Peter, James, and John in the land of Zebulun. Chapter 4, no more.
Now we come to the Sermon on the Mount. All the people were following Jesus, and he led them up to the big mountain, and he said, blessed
Are the Holy Spirit, those who mourn the meek, and those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. They will be filled. They will be filled.
be angry with your brother. Don't have hungry eyes for other people's things. Don't divorce. Don't swear at all. Turn the other cheek. Give to him who asks. Love your enemies. And in chapter 6, do your good deeds in secret. When you pray, don't pray just for show. Fast in secret. Store your treasures in heaven, because you can't serve both God and money. And we have a song for that. What is it? You can try to hide your treasures in a box beneath your bed, but a thief might come and take them. That's what Jesus said. No, your treasure's not in the things you own. Your treasure is in the seed you sown. You can try to hide your treasures in a box beneath your bed, but a thief might come and take them. That's what Jesus said. No, your treasure's not in the things you want. Your treasure is in the seed you sown. And he said, don't worry. And we have a song for that, but we're not going to sing it today. And he said, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened unto you. So be careful to enter the narrow gate, because there's a wide gate that's the wrong one. So only go through the narrow gate. Watch out for false prophets. Don't pick the bad fruit off the bad tree. You can tell a tree by its fruit. And he said, everyone who hears my words and what? Puts them into practice is like the who? The wise man who built his house on the rock. And everyone who hears my words and doesn't do it is like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. What words is he talking about? He's talking about all these, the Sermon on the Mount. That's how he ended it. He ended his long sermon saying, it's not enough to hear it, to understand it and remember it. You must do it. Put your faith into action. Put your muscle to the plow. Put your faith into action. Get some sweat on your brow. All the words in the world are just books upon a shelf. Till you put it into action and do it yourself. Put your faith into action. Put your muscle to the plow. Put your faith into action. Get some sweat on your brow. All the words in the world are just books upon a shelf. Till you put it into action and do it yourself. Good for you. All right, let's have the Sermon on the Mount. And he comes down the mountainside into his new town where he lives, Capernaum. And as soon as he gets there, people start following on down the mountain and wanting to heal. And we have chapter 8, okay?
8, chapter 8. Jesus is a leper and a man says, wait! I have something I must do before I can follow you. Jesus healed in chapter 8.
That centurion servant and a man said, wait!
I have something I must do before I can follow you. Jesus healed in chapter 8. Peter's mother-in-law and a man said, wait! I have something I must do before I can follow you. Jesus healed in chapter 8. All who come but one man says, wait! I have something I must do before I can follow you. One man says in chapter 8, I'll follow you, but another says, wait! I have something I must do before I can follow you.
gets into the boat with his disciples and they cross the Sea of Galilee. He's tired. He's been fasting in the wilderness, preaching on the mountainside, and healing all who come. People are just after him. He gets in the boat and he falls asleep. Yeah, he didn't fall out of the boat, did he? He falls asleep. He falls asleep, and there comes a great big
Wave.
storms and wind and thunder and lightning. And the disciples say, what?
Wake up.
Wake up, wake up. What are they saying? Don't you care? We're going to die?
We're going to drown.
Yeah. And what does he do? He says to the wind,
Stop.
peace. Quiet. He quiets the wind. And then they land on the other side, and immediately there are two men who are what?
Demon possessed.
Demon possessed. They're crazy. Yeah, they're really crazy. And he drives the demons out of them and sends them into 1,000 pigs. And what do the pigs do?
Run off.
They run off and crash into the water. And those people, what do they do? Say, hooray, you saved me day. What do they say?
Get out of our cow. We eat our skin.
They were upset. They said, now what are we going to do? We had all these things, now we don't have anything. So Jesus got back in the boat and went back to Capernaum. And when he got there, we start chapter 9. Chapter 9. The man who couldn't walk is walking. Matthew has food talking. Jesus walks by Matthew and said, come follow me. And the Pharisees said, we told you so. Look how he eats with a sinner. We would go to Matthew's house just for the sake of the dinner. The ruler's daughter is dying. The bleeding woman is crying. Jesus heals them both, and then two men who could not see. He goes to every village and town. The people all gather around. He says the workers are plentiful, but the he says the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are too few. Pattie and you. Okay. Good for you. That's terrific. And that's Matthew chapter 9.